Oh, you mistype. Do you hate America is the question. The United States of America. Depends. What do you mean? Like when you say, do you love a country? It depends what you mean by do you love a country? Do you love its people? Do you love its culture? Do you love its values? Do you love how they embody these values or not? Do you love its like what it embodies? The ecosystem? Yeah. Like someone could say, yeah, I love America. I really love the landscapes there. But that probably doesn't answer your question, right? Someone could say, oh yeah, I love America. I love the idea of freedom and equality and of, independence and individuality. Yeah, self-determination. Yeah, I agree with those. Of course. I agree with the ideals that set the country into motion 250 years ago. Freedom. Yeah, absolutely. As many of us would say, we agree with the ideas, values that were set into motion 2,000 years ago by Christianity. Are we Christians? No. No, not at all. Are we American nationalists? No. Or patriots? No. But also, there's two things I need to add to that. If I like America and its values and ideas that set the country into motion 250 years ago. So, do I like freedom? Yes. Do I like self-determination? Yes. Do I like independence, individuality, equality? Yes. Do I think America embodies those values? No, I don't think America is a great example of freedom, of self-determination. Would I say that America was a great example of freedom back when every other country were monarchies, pretty much? Yeah. I would be willing to say that, freedom is always relative, right? Am I free compared to the serf of the Middle Ages? Absolutely. But am I free if I'm indebted of, 200K compared to my neighbor who isn't? No. I look at someone who's able to live off of 20 hours a week working, right? And I have to toil 40 hours a week to afford living. Am I free compared to them? No. What if I have to have 3 jobs just to afford living? Is that freedom? No. But am I more free working 40 hours in America than, let's say, the peasants in the Middle Ages who worked, 15 hours a week? Is the 40-hour worker today more free than the 15-hour worker peasant? Yeah, I do think so. So it's very relative. It's more complicated than saying because America was founded on freedom, therefore America still today embodies freedom. So you want to reform the system then right? I don't want to reform it. You appreciate the ideals and what it stands for. Why do you want to erase everything and start again? Liberals, for example, have been really good at setting a set of ideas, right? The ideas of liberty, freedom, the ideas of equality, brotherhood, fraternity, solidarity. All those are great. The whole idea that nobody is born better than anyone else, that everyone should have the same opportunities in life. Everyone should be able to, self-determination, the pursuit of happiness, blah, blah, blah. All those are great. But the thing is, there's one issue with liberals is that they believe that it could be achieved through capitalism, through the concentration of wealth in the hands of a few. And the problem with that, it's good on paper, but it's not good in practice. And what we see is this concentration of wealth and this concentration of power, which is supposed to make everyone free and equal, is actually doing the opposite. I mean, it's great on paper for the context, right? You put yourself in the context of Adam Smith. For him, free markets were a way to stop, corporations from having influence within the government and developing monopolies. Adam Smith, when he wrote the Wealth of Nations, he was like, yeah, we should have, everyone should be able to participate in the market, because right now the only people who are able to participate in the market are people who are extremely wealthy and who have the power within British institutions. This is exactly what we're living right now. You can't start a grocery store today. You can't start a grocery store today. You can't compete with the massive big grocery stores. You can't compete with any clothes store. You can try. You can try. Maybe 1 out of 2,000 will succeed. But it's not fair competition. And fair competition, at least that's what I believe is an oversight of liberals and of capitalists. This whole idea of free competition, right? Competition that's fair competition. I think that's an illusion. Because through fair competition, eventually one person will win. It's a competition. People will win. And when people win, they want to consolidate their power. They want to crush down competition. This is exactly what we're looking at through Pajama Sam right now. You can advocate for reforms that will stop people with a lot of wealth to protect their wealth, to protect their interests, to stop this concentration of wealth and power at the expense of others. But the thing is, and that's another thing liberals don't see or fail to see, is that the system is designed, states are designed to be ruled by a minority. It's a tool for the minority. That's what a state is. And when the minority are the ones who have the concentrated power and the concentrated wealth, by definition, the minority that's ruling the government is the one with concentrated power, political power, and when it's capitalism, baby, they also have the concentration of wealth. Then they have no reason to accept any of your reform. And if they do accept your reform, it will be small reforms. It will be very gradual. But the thing is, we could accept gradual reform, very slow reforms, to slowly take away power from the ones who concentrated it within their own hands. We could do that. But first, that sucks. It's cowardly. But more importantly is we don't have that much time. In terms of for example, climate change, I don't know if you believe in it. If you have a little bit of IQ score, yeah, slow is better than zero. I agree. And it's better than negative, but we don't have time. Capitalism is destroying our planet. Infinite growth, infinite production is not good for our planet, not good for our resources, not good for efficiency, but it's good for capitalism. And that's the problem. The way we produce things are done for infinite growth. There's a reason why your ship breaks all the time. It's called planned obsolescence. It's not a bug, it's a feature of capitalism. And it goes in direct contradiction with the conservation of a livable planet. Yeah, Oogie Boogie is new, but they're asking good questions. Starting interesting conversations. It's good. I don't know if they're asking me why I'm an anarchist. This is why. For sure it's better to be slow than to have zero. But in 50 years, can we afford to still have people with a lot of wealth and power protecting their own interest at the expense of the livability of our planet? My answer is no. What is yours?